I'm here at Tampa Harley Davidson, and I'm going to take this Lowrider S for a ride. This was a model that they had a couple of years ago on the Dyna line, and they brought it back, and I'm glad they did. I love the look of this motorcycle. And we're going to take it out. First, we're going to have Ghost come by. He's got pretty good product knowledge. He's going to tell us all about this motorcycle. I'm here with Ghost, and he's going to tell me all about the new Lowrider S model.
All right, for the 2020 model, we actually grabbed the Barracuda Silver one here. Obviously, it's got that aggressive styling. It's got the cowl right around the headlight and such. The 114 comes standard on this motorcycle itself. We kind of dressed this one up a little bit. We put the Pisani 2-in-1 exhaust on, so a great sound on this one. Going back over to the new frame and new suspension, on this one here, you actually have a single monoshock that actually runs down the backbone of the motorcycle. This one is actually adjustable right here on the side, but this is going to give that bike a lot better handling, a lot better rideability, so you can ride longer and ride better with it, with that new suspension and framework they've got going on. Got the clear lens on the back with the taillight and such. Very clean looking bike, very strong looking.
The clear lens is standard?
The clear lens is standard on that model, yes. And then the Lowrider S will come standard with that gold copperish type wheel, just to make it stand out a little bit.
Does this block any wind, do you think?
I mean, it'll probably block a little bit, but it ain't gonna block that much.
It's not like an Ultra.
No, definitely not like an Ultra, that's for sure. And then don't forget to take a look down now. All the new bikes, they're all oil cooled. So you got some cooling going on with it where it's not air cooled any longer by itself. It's actually getting some assistance with the air cool and the oil cool system.
So it'll run a lot cooler, no more burning your leg.
Just don't put it on the exhaust.
All right, now we're gonna take it for a ride. It's a nice day here in Florida. It's probably about 78 degrees. And I know a lot of you up north are probably freezing, and the last thing you want to do is get on the bike when it's 20 below zero, but hey, we're in Florida, so we're going for a ride. All right, the first thing I notice on this bike is it's quite a stretch to the handlebars. I definitely want some pullback risers or handlebars with a little more pullback. It's a windy day, so if you hear a lot of wind, well, if it really bothers you, don't forget, you still got my money back guarantee. If you're a tall person, I would imagine you could reach these handlebars a lot easier, but your knees are going to be up in the air because these are mid controls on this bike. So it may not be the best for a guy over 6 foot. It's got the 114 motor, and yeah, it pulls like a freight train. It's the same motor I've got in my Road King police bike and my Electric Glide. But it feels even more responsive on this motorcycle because this probably weighs just under 700 pounds versus about 850 to 950 for the other two bikes I just mentioned. And of course no windshield, so yeah, you're going to get a lot more wind in your face. Not the smoothest of roads, but oh, this is a nice riding motorcycle, no question. This is only my second time on the new Softails. I rode a Heritage before this. And I've ridden quite a few Dynas before, and I know a lot of people got well, a little pissed off when they canceled the Dyna line, but I don't know, I think this is just a much better motorcycle, more modern feel to it. The Dyna was a great bike, but this is even better. Love the sound of that exhaust. Not too loud unless you throttle it. Man, this bike feels like I gotta pull the wheels up. I don't know if it will or not. I'm not gonna try it because, you know, it's not my motorcycle. Shifting is very smooth. Turning is great. Pretty good lean angle on this motorcycle as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any winding roads around here that we could really test out that lean angle. Buy a cruiser, I can't imagine you want more power than what this bike has with that 114 motor. And of course, torque galore. As far as the styling of this motorcycle, to me the Dyna, the lowrider, and the new Softail, this model always looked like a stretched out Sportster. And I've always thought the Sportster was a beautiful looking motorcycle, very traditional. And it looks even better, that type of styling on this motorcycle. This model does come standard with ABS as well. A real lifesaver. Throw a windshield on this motorcycle and some bags, or a sissy bar that you can attach a bag to, and you're ready to head cross country with it. It's a comfortable motorcycle. What we have here is I consider this style bike a muscle cruiser. I mean, it's not a sport bike, but it's not your standard cruiser, that's for sure. Got all kinds of power, all kinds of torque, beautiful styling. And if I don't already have 3 bikes in my garage, and if it wasn't for my wife, I'd probably get one of these. I like it that much. With this wind blowing the way it is, and I can see having this stretched out position, it helps a little bit under these conditions with no windshield and the wind blowing against you. I mean, I'm only going for a short ride, but it's nothing to where it's bothering my back. I'd still add some full back bars or risers to it. and then it would be perfectly comfortable for me. I don't know if I'd add a windshield to it, because that kind of ruins the looks on this type of motorcycle. By the way, as far as smoothness goes, hey, you know you're on a V-twin, but there's no excessive vibration at all. One of the problems with the Dyna line from a few years ago was between 65 and 72 miles an hour, they had a vibration that would set in. It would go away above about 70, 72, but it was annoying at that speed. That's no longer the case with the new frame, which is considerably more rigid than the Dyna frame.